Hello and welcome to MissouriNet.com. I'm Bill Pollack. Time for our weekly meeting with Jason West from Michigan. Jason, I'm telling you, I should just, as soon as you pop on, after I send this invite and you come on, I should just start recording, because I think that's 99% of the entertainment right there. Just watching us try to figure out how to get this started.
We always say the outtake DVD is much better than the original.
I know. Now, like for the last month, just to give people an idea, the last month, if you look at the bottom, I've got my name, MissouriNet.com. That hasn't come up for the last, last month. So I was like, forget it. I thought I tried, it popped up today. Now you're having the same problems that I was. So now you don't have but show your logo, though. I like your shirt.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Have to make sure we know we work here.
Yeah, it's like you're a live lower third. So. All right. Well, last week we talked about the end of the sports season, but now you guys are kind of going into your off season, if you will, and you've got board meetings, and we'll talk about that. It'll be a busy week. But Friday, though, you had a meeting here in Jefferson City on sportsmanship. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. That was our annual Sportsmanship Summit, and that was the 14th annual, actually. So had about 350, 360 participants from across the state come in, and we call it the Sportsmanship Summit, but it's more of a student leadership type conference where we have a variety of topics. I have a keynote speaker came in, Harvey Alston, who does a lot of work with high school students, is based out of Ohio, and does a phenomenal job. Former football coach, and just unworldly energy level and things like that. So I had a great time visiting with Harvey and listening to him. And then we also had some people from the Midwest Dairy Council there to talk about healthy lifestyles and nutrition, things like that. Also had some people with the Department of Mental Health that did a session with the administrators on youth development and things and some of the programs that they're wanting to start throughout the year. So had a great time. The Missouri National Guard was there and kind of led a little mini ropes course that was a lot of fun to watch because they gave the groups instructions, but very limited time to follow those instructions. And at the end, they explained why they did what they did and wanted the students to be able to think on their feet and things like that. So I had some great sessions. I had a lot of positive feedback. We're going through the evaluations of those right now. So we'll see what we can improve on for next year. But had a great time on Friday.
The Dairy Association was there. I had heard this. Did they talk about this, that after a workout, that having some chocolate milk is very important for your body and good for your body? Because I had heard that one time, and I'm trying to confirm it because that's right up my alley.
that's right up a lot of people's alley, and they do say that is one of the better post-performance drinks and recovery drinks is chocolate milk, and so that's certainly good information to have.
I'm sure not the half gallon that I try to drink is it's probably too much, but
things in moderation.
Absolutely. All right. I was thinking about this because a few weeks ago we had talked about the new venues for the championships, and I know that 8-man is still undecided. And you had said that was going to happen when a board meeting took place in June in terms of where 8-man football championships would be held. When do those board meetings take place, and what is kind of the timeline here?
That's actually what we're preparing for now. Tomorrow we have what we call the board work day. We have 2 new board members coming on this year, as well as 2 new staff members. So in June, we always have the day before the official board meeting, a work day, and bring everybody together and sit down and kind of go over the procedures of this is what happens during a board meeting, because the new board members may never have been to a board meeting or an appeal meeting. So we kind of stage an appeal so they have an idea of what to expect, because those are very different if you've never been in one, and to have the parents and or student right there in front of you while you're trying to discuss these issues can kind of be nerve-wracking sometimes given the situation. So we want to try to prepare them as much as they can for the actual meeting. And then on Wednesday, we'll have the formal board meeting. And one of the topics to discuss is the 8-man and the football championships.
And it's between two venues, is that correct? Or no, well, actually, probably more than that, right? Because you're considering Springfield too.
Correct. Technically, it's the 4 venues, because Springfield and Columbia did include the 8-man contest in their proposals. And then Chillicothe and Cameron submitted specific proposals for the 8-man championships. And so those 4 venues are going to be discussed. Timing is going to be another that is discussed, because 8-man and Class 6 actually have a week between their semifinal game and the Show Me Bowl under the current time frame. And so that's going to be discussed as well. Do we need to eliminate that week for those 2 classes, or continue on with the same schedule that we have now?
That's good. Any other things that are coming up that the general public might be interested in?
I think that's it right now. We'll review what transpired this year and take a look at those championships. I don't believe we have any proposals coming up on board right now for definitely for the upcoming season, but for the next year. And then I believe next fall we'll have a couple of proposals coming up as well.
All right. And then so the decision on the football, that'll be made Wednesday?
In all likelihood, yes. But you never know about boards. There could be a lot of topics discussed, and I don't anticipate questions that we don't have answers for. But in case there are, it could be tabled. But I highly expect that there will be some sort of decision made on Wednesday.
All right, that's good. Yeah, and sometimes things can pop up, questions can get asked that something needs to be looked at. But we'll hear from Jason later in the week. He'll give us the lowdown. We'll put it on MissouriNet.com, and then Jason will follow up with you next Monday and get more of the details.
That sounds like a great plan.
All right, and maybe by then your lower third, your name tag will be working, and we'll be right back to normal, where as normal as we can get.
Exactly. Luckily, I have another blue shirt with the logo, so.
All right. Jason West joining us from MSHSAA, and we'll follow up next week and find out what is happening with 8-man football. Thanks a lot for watching us, and we'll talk to you again soon.